Make me a bicycle!
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm extrmwill with Extreme Tech, and in this video we're going to discuss one of my favorite computer software programs, myhardwareinfo. So we're just going to Google it and then we're going to download it. It's this one right here, www.hwinfo.com. I guess it's finally coming up as my first search now. Well, maybe it's second search. Sometimes it's like the second or third one in here. But we're going to click on it to download it. And we're going to go free download. We know we're at the right software. Everything all matches up right. And we're at the right website. We're not at some weird website that's going to try to scam me. So we're going to hit that. We're going to close out the ad. Free download, local US. It's going to download. I'm not actually going to use this. I already have it downloaded. So we're going to pull it up. I have it already saved down here too. Yes! When it turns on, we're going to run sensor only. And then it might be a good idea to tell you when there is an update. Because this new one that we're running specifically on here, the new setting that I just found, it wasn't in the old one. It's only in the new one. This program too, it only works for Windows and Apple. I don't believe this works for Linux. If it does, it doesn't do all of the applications that I'm going to show you how to do. So for today, I was trying to find my maximum amount of memory usage. I was taking a look on here. There's a lot of info on here. I don't think anything on here is really what I need because this is all in megahertz. I needed megabytes. But while I was in here playing around, this is how I found the cool new thing that can really help you for CHIA that I'm going to show you in a little bit. Task Manager kind of does a little bit. I was trying to find out if I could run the same thing I'm doing on Skynet on another PC with my CHIA blocking. I'll show you real quick. I just got a whole bunch running at once. So I was trying to figure that out. And it looks like I probably can. I just need to turn my memory down a little bit and then I should be fine. Because I think I'm running 7,000 memory. If we go down to like 4,000 per plot, I think I should be fine. I think I'm actually one plot short. I think I have one finished. I need to get everything back up and going. Yeah, so myhardwareinfo, there's lots and lots of stuff in here. You can read all kinds of reading. I don't really need all of it right now. So what we're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom. What we need here is down here on the bottom. Sometimes I've noticed if you have a weird resolution, sometimes it'll pop up like this. Actually, it'll pop up like this. And you'll be like, oh, I can't get to the settings. What do I do? Make it a little bit shorter and pull it up. And then you can get to this bottom bar here. So the first thing we're going to discuss here, how to reset your settings. So you press the button, and then right now all of your settings go back to that second ago when I did it. So my averages will be there. My maximum minimums will be from the last time I hit the reset button. So I don't need to know if I get like a fault or an error or if it overheats like while I'm sitting here, or if I did it like a month ago. I need to know if it does it from between when I leave here and when I come back again. So normally every time I sit down, I'll check everything, make sure everything looks good, and then I'll hit the reset button again, because then I know that any changes I make to my program, they're going to be good. Alright, so while we're down here on the bottom, because we don't need all of this info, we're going to come in here, and we are going to get rid of voltage, fans, current, power, and clocks. I thought I could find what I needed with clocks on this. I wasn't even sure what settings were all in here because I know I don't use any of them. I was only using temperature before, but right now we do need usage and other, I believe. So we're going to use them. And we're going to say OK. So now then when we scroll through, you can see there's already a lot less information on here, so it'll be a lot easier to find what I need. So specifically, this is really good. I mean, you can see all your temperatures for your CPU, and you got your GPU temperatures down here on the bottom and all that, which is really good. So I mean, if any of this is in the yellow, you're getting close to a problem. If it's in the red, you have something you need to fix or take care of. You got to troubleshoot it and figure out why you're overheating, because you're doing something that's not good for your system. That'll probably break your system. So it's just really good monitoring. It's free software. So the next one we're going to get into here, we're going to come down to the GPU temperature settings. Part of the reason I really got the whole program was just so I could have this extra GPU temperature settings. Now, you can find this number in 100 other places for just simply the temperature. I'm running a NVIDIA GeoForce GTX Titan X on Skynet right now. I'm not doing any Ethernet mining on it, so the temperature is really low. It's not under a whole lot of load, but it only has the one temperature reading in this specific video card. So myhardwareinfo can only tell me the one temperature reading. If you have a newer card, you will also have a GPU hotspot temperature reading, which will probably be about 10 degrees warmer. In theory, according to the manufacturers, I believe that should be like the hottest spot on the card is where it's reading. It's not necessarily, but in most standard cards, that is going to be the hottest spot. Now, there is one spot on your card that will be hotter if you have an RTX 3080 or 3090 card, because they have the GDDR6X memory, which will get hotter than it would in your GPU hotspot temperature. If you have just the simple GDDR6 memory, which is in the 3060, 3070, 3060 Ti, you don't have to worry about it getting that hot. So they don't even have the sensor built in because it's not that big a deal. But when you get into using the massive amount of power that you have in the 3080 and the 3090, this becomes a very serious issue. So the actual reason I have the whole program is to get this specific reading on my 3090 card. I also have a 3080 card, so I use it in that. I use this now too all the time just to monitor my temperatures, to make sure my graphics cards are staying in safe temperatures, and to make sure my GPUs are staying in safe temperatures. I'm running a lot of different applications on some of these. A lot of my computers right now, I'm running CHIA, and I'm mining Ethereum on them. So I got a lot going on. It's helpful to have. I don't know for sure if the 3080 Ti or the 3070 Ti are going to have the GDDR6X memory. It's 5/19/21 right now at 4:45 p.m. They haven't come out yet. I believe everything we know about them at this point is still just speculation. I don't know. I didn't feel like looking in to see the card as such a hypothetical. Who knows if they're ever coming out or if you're ever going to get one. I didn't really feel like looking at them to see. I don't even have that temperature on here because I don't think it's that important even to show you. This card doesn't have it because it doesn't matter. It's a very rare thing, but if you need it, it's something you definitely really need. All these readings will vary by what sensors your equipment already has built into it. Sometimes there are sensors in here that if you update the software, the myhardwareinfo software, it can read more of the sensors on there. They're learning how to read more sensors you have, in your computer. So it is definitely something that's getting better, but obviously I can't read a hotspot temperature or my memory junction temperature on my card because it just doesn't have those sensors. So it's not that big a deal. Alright, so let's get to the super cool thing that I actually found today. The entire reason I did this whole video. We are going to come up here to our smart memory. I was trying to make this video. I couldn't figure out for the life of me why, when I'm looking down here, I can't find what I want in my simple drive memory. I need to go up here to the smart memory. The cool thing that I found today is this drive remaining life. When it comes to CHIA, this is going to be super, super helpful and unbelievably important. So you know how much you have left in your drive before you kill it. This only works for the 2.5-inch SSD and the NVMe drives, but for CHIA, this is going to be mind-blowingly important. I was so happy when I found this when I was looking around at it earlier. So if we look at my drive specifically, the first one I have it on here is my Samsung 1 terabyte. This is a 2.5 SSD. This is just what I have all my video games files saved on. It's not really a super important thing. It says it's at 96%. It's at 96% because I'm using 75% of the drive right now to write CHIA. I don't plan on doing that for much longer. I've got other hardware and equipment coming in that I plan to put another full-size M.2 in there, NVMe, but for right now, I'm going to use it for a little bit. If I completely blow out this drive, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to be a little bit frustrating because this is my main PC that I use, and I do use that drive for stuff. So I'm going to run it down a little bit here while I'm waiting for the parts because I still want to get as much plotting done as I can. And then I have my main hard drive here, my Samsung 960 EVO 500 gigabyte. I'm not doing any plotting on this drive. I will not do any plotting on this drive. Plotting cannot be worth enough at any point in time to make me want to plot on this. This is where I have everything for Skynet. So keeping this drive up and good is going to be really important. It's at 99% right now, which is awesome. So yeah, this drive is very important to me. Now, this drive right here means absolutely nothing to me at all. This is by far the most expensive one. It's the brand new one I just got and put in here about 2 weeks ago. My Samsung 970 EVO Plus 2 terabytes. This drive is specifically for writing CHIA 24/7. I plan to, as long as CHIA looks like it's going to be profitable, I plan to run this drive completely and 100% into the ground and keep buying new drives and replacing them and keep running them to the ground as long as CHIA looks like it's something that will be profitable. But you can see I'm already at 94%. It's going to have a very real wear and tear. If you buy a cheap NVMe drive, you're going to notice really quickly, I mean, this thing is going to kill it. Absolutely kill it trying to plot on it. So this one specifically, the 970 EVO Plus 2 terabyte, this thing is supposed to be able to read and write a lot. This is supposed to be able to last me probably a year or two of 24/7 writing. So we're going to see if that holds up. I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody's been reading and writing and plotting for over a year. So I don't know if there's any real data on how it works in this specific application. But in overall applications, as best as people can tell from calculators and trying to figure it out without actually doing it, it's supposed to be able to last a long time. I'm sure people have these that they've been using for longer than me, and it would be really interesting to see some other people put the myhardwareinfo out there and see where are their drives at that they've been reading and writing on. I've only been writing for a little bit. All right, that should be a plenty good enough rant about how I'm going to destroy this. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here you can play around with. This software is awesome. It's free. I use it all the time. It's on every single PC I own for just monitoring to make sure that I'm not going to blow stuff up. It's really, really helpful. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you did like it, hit the like button, subscribe, come back. We'll have a lot more videos coming out later. So I'll see you next time.